long-awaited malaria vaccine is a breakthrough for science, child health, and malaria control. Using this vaccine in addition to existing tools to prevent malaria could save tens of thousands of young lives each year.
For more on this, Mario Otillo joins us now live from Geneva. He is a global health policy expert and the managing director of High Lantern Group. Thank you so much for joining us on the program today. Now, there is a new promising treatment for malaria planned to be used on children aged 2 to 16, especially in Africa and South Asia. How is this treatment different from the ones that are already on the market?
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. Yes, this is an important development indeed. This new compound is targeting a specific type of parasite, which is particularly dangerous for children. And in particular, because beyond the classic symptoms when it circulates in blood, this parasite, this type, is very skilled at hiding in the liver, triggering relapses, and that can happen even years after the initial exposure and can lead to complication. So what's really great about this news that we are commenting is that we have now a critical tool to address malaria, not only in adult population, but also in children, which is a population that is significantly affected by malaria. And in combination with the already existing therapy, scientists are calling this like a radical cure. So we have an actual possibility in pediatric population to really combat this disease.
Right, a very significant development given that a lot of lives are being lost due to this virus. More than 500,000 people have died in 2020 alone because of malaria. How effective is this new drug going to be in the fight against malaria? I mean, can we see the amount of deaths decrease once the treatment is being widely used?
So we are at early stage, right? There is one regulator has approved it in Australia. They are going to file it in other endemic countries, but it's definitely a game changer in particular because in areas, let's say, where this specific type of parasite is dominant, which is Southeast Asia and Latin America. It is, a simpler way of using it, so we could expect, to see some increase, but we cannot just, put hopes on the treatment only. When we look at malaria, we're talking about a very tough disease, very complex, a lot of different drivers ranging from environmental factors, social inequities, a lot of resistance that is coming up to pathogens. So it's an ecosystem. We have the right tools in our hand. We have a new tool now, but we need a functioning ecosystem around the disease. We need political will to address it. We need more funding. We need to reinforce prevention efforts, like insecticide-treated bed nets, new diagnostic, very important, by the way, in the case of this tafenoquine, and also more awareness, more surveillance. So together with these treatments and other tools that we have, all of those factors will contribute to, to increase our success in the fight against malaria.
Talk to us a bit about the geography that this virus is impacting the most. I mean, it's widely seen in Africa and South Asia, but not only there, we are seeing an increase in infections in other parts of the world as well.
Yes, absolutely. So Sub-Saharan Africa remains the region that is the most impacted and also where progress has stalled the most. The latest data available in, I think, 2020, they were saying that the region was home to 95% of malaria cases and 96% of malaria deaths, with a big burden on children. But we also have, a burden, as I just said, in Latin America and Southeast Asia, particularly because of this Plasmodium vivax, which infects at least 8 million per year. There's one thing also that I think is worth mentioning is that, yes, we have a lot of cases, in Africa and Latin America and Southeast Asia, but we also should take into account that the impact of climate change could actually, in the very future, bring, malaria in areas where actually we don't see that today. And there are a couple of studies and a couple of things that are known around possible impact in regions of South America or regions of China, where at the moment we cannot see. But this is an impact of climate change, of raising temperature, of changing weather patterns. We can have, the disease kind of expanding, going north and south, but also we could have the disease going up in a higher altitude areas where currently people are spared. So I think there is work to do on that to kind of limit and the geographic impact of the disease.
Very important note to end on. Mario Otillo, thank you so much for joining us here on the NewsHour and sharing that insight with us.